Today on Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape.
What did you do last night at the party?
I was out in the garden a lot with this dude.
Oh my... That was Banksy. You were with Banksy. You have a Banksy on your butt!
Incredible!
I said that.
And Banksy actually did the tattoo himself? Can you just... Yes. Oh, stretch. So, Tom can get a shot of it from here? And...
No touching, still raw.
What was he like, Banksy?
To be honest...
We were sworn
What?
to secrecy. Banksy, you know, the secrecy thing, and we...
It's not my art.
Banksy's Modest Muse. Great title for the article.
Today on Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape, it's a satire about the frenzy of promotion and the collision of high art and, low art. Sam Bobienski is not the most ambitious man. You might say his best days are behind him. And when his body becomes a work of art, his future might depend on his behind. From Wondery, this is Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape. I'm your host, David Rheinstrom. What's your secret? My secret is that I'm so creative I bleed acrylic paint. Before we get started with the piece this week, a little request. All this month, we're asking you to tell a friend about a podcast they'll love. Right now, think of a friend, your mom, your coworker, anyone you care about. What podcast would they really love? Got it? Now do it. Tell them about it in real life or on social media, and if they don't know about podcasts, show them how it's done. Remind them that podcasts are free and right there on their phone. Tell us what you recommended with the hashtag Tripod. That's TRYPod for Try a Podcast. Thanks for spreading the word. Today we begin a new comedy, a story of art, ambition, and lies in 2 parts. It's called This Is Not a Banksy. But what is a Banksy? Good question. Glad you asked. Banksy is a street artist, among the most famous in the world, whose work began appearing in Bristol, England in the 1990s. Banksy might be a man. Banksy might be a woman. Banksy might be a team of 7 artists working in concert. We may never know, and that's part of the art, I think. Banksy creates satirical graffiti on walls and bridges all over the world. Banksy's pieces are considered extremely valuable by the art world, and their works sell for obscene amounts of money. This Is Not a Banksy asks the question, what if the canvas for a hot new piece of street art was not a wall, but a human body? Specifically, a human butt. Even more specifically, Sam Bobienski's butt. Well, let's find out in part 1 of This Is Not a Banksy.
It's his comment on society and society's comment on him. His genius.
It's freaky. And not in a good way.
What's this saying to me?
It's saying you're a moron.
But hey, maybe that's what needs saying, you know?
Hey everyone, welcome to the Broad and to the new and controversial exhibition, Skin Trade. The centerpiece of this international collaboration is a work that may or may not be by the renowned street artist Banksy that's tattooed onto human skin. But the real talking point here is the person from whom this piece of skin was taken, Sam Bobienski, who mysteriously vanished just days before the exhibition opened. This is the story of This Is Not a Banksy. I interviewed Sam Bobienski just 10 days ago.
You're on with Mario Lopez.
All right, welcome to On with Mario Lopez from iHeartRadio, Mr. Bobienski.
Thanks for having me, Mario. And call me Sam, or Bobby, if we're going to be familiar.
The artwork is a part of you.
Literally.
So do you own it?
Does an elephant own its tusks? Does a tiger own its penis?
You've been on an incredible journey. You first exhibited in Echo Park, correct?
Yeah, when I opened as a living work of art, 600 people turned out to see me. It was a pretty small gallery. Echoes under Sunset. When they opened the doors on the first day, there was a line down the block, right down to Taco Bell on Glendale, you know?
I'm not totally aware of where Taco Bell is, sorry.
1 in, 1 out, all day. Bouncers on the door. Hipsters never saw an ass they liked so much.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, there, if we could please settle a little bit. Yes, yes. Merci. Welcome to the art event of the decade. What you're about to witness is art extraordinaire. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the latest living, breathing work of art from the genius that is Banksy. Voila.
I stood on a giant lazy Susan, slowly rotating as the art lovers filed past.
But that's not how your story started, is it? You've not always been a work of art.
Right. My story started with chicken.
Yes? What? Can I take your order?
No. What do you recommend?
You're in Lickin' Chicken. We do chicken. Pick a chicken meal.
Not sure. What you got?
Chicken wings, thighs, breast, fritters, country style, barbecue, breast in batter, breast in breadcrumbs, spicy chicken, chicken Mexicana, chicken teriyaki, chicken Maryland, nuggets, whole chicken on a skewer, half a chicken on a skewer, or on a plate, bun, or in a fried chicken skin shaped to look like a taco. You can fry up any part you want, all the traditional meaty parts, but also, if you want, feet, head, beak, or broth.
You got any pizza?
This is Lickin' Chicken.
I don't know if I'm in the mood for chicken.
At 26 years of age, I earned, on average, $200 a week from Lickin' Chicken nights and $220 a week from Quickin' Chicken mornings. You would not believe what I can do with a chicken.
Okay, when did you first meet Banksy?
Molly, my girlfriend and PR guru, heard that Banksy was in L.A. again, and this time he'd stenciled something on the grandstand at the county fair. So she had to go and make a day of it.
Oh, I nearly got it that time. Yes!
Great, you hit one. Tower stands. Move on.
Just one more.
Oh, come on.
It's not about knocking over the bottles.
What is it about?
I'm part of the county fair. This is real America, Sam, away from LA's artificiality.
Let's be part of it back home.
Oh, isn't it so?
Dismal?
This is a real pillar of the American middle class. Like, I don't know, church or cookouts. Let's get in line for the big wheel.
I don't want to.
Sam?
I've taken part. We saw the Banksy and the roller coaster was all right, but I'm not lining up for anything. I'm not paying for anything else.
It was only $20 to get in. Each.
You do you, Molly. I'm gonna sit up there in the bar and get some day drinking done.
Molly took forever. She had to go on everything. Works in PR, wanted to go back to the office and say I did this and I did that. I got moving on 6 cans of Bud. By the time she found me, I had achieved my nirvana, drunk and unhappy.
Sam, you are not going to believe this.
You've won a stuffed Pikachu?
What are you doing?
Taking part. Just get this last one. What are you doing? That was the Leaning Tower of Pomona. That was art. So, what am I not gonna believe?
I was talking to this guy. He's an artist who was telling me...
Banksy?
No, another one.
There's other ones?
He invited me and you, us, to a party tonight after this closes.
Me, you, or us?
Us.
He said, I would like to invite you and your boyfriend to a party.
Well, sort of.
I know I'm focusing on a small detail here, but I don't want to go to some art party that I've not actually been invited to.
If I'm invited, so are you. I accept it on our behalf.
I decline on our behalf.
We gotta go. He might be there.
This artiste that tried to pick you up?
No, I shouldn't say,
Shouldn't say? He's not Voldemort. Banksy might be at this party. Don't make me laugh. Banksy's not going to be at some crappy house party in Pomona.
Oh, we're going. Now cheer up.
You can't make me.
Actually, she could. It was a classic arty party. People everywhere being happy and jolly and serious and above all interested and interesting. Nightmare. I'd taken the day off sick from work. Figured if I showed up at Quickin' Chicken tomorrow and looked unwell, it'd make my sickness story more believable. I drank a lot, but as I was only drinking light beer, I was in particularly excellent form.
Hey, help me up, buddy.
What?
Help me up.
Okay, hang on.
All right. Hey, everyone, look at me.
All right.
Is a man on the table art? Yeah? No? He's the man who does a dance on the table art. I'm being art.
people. I'm taking part. I call this one Man on the Table Doing a Dance. Right. Yeah, okay. Hey, does everyone here know safety dance? We can dance as one. We can do on the go behind. We can dance and go to dance because people don't know how to dance. And they don't know how to dance.
Sam?
Molly! Babes, we're doing safety dance.
Awesome. Fantastic work.
These hipster pricks don't even know it.
Can we get down now?
Anything for you, babes.
There. Careful you don't... Oh, it's been a long day, hasn't it?
I love you. I love safety dance. I think that was a mistake.
Are you okay, Sam?
Sure, babes. I just need to sit down for a moment.
Okay, I'll just... Yep, you're okay. Just put you here for a second on this. Could you move over so my boyfriend can...
Room for a small one?
No, just, he'll be okay in a while. He'll sober up eventually. There. He's down.
I'm down, people. No dramas.
Was so drunk, I felt kind of sober. You know that phase before it really hits you? When you're one with the room and everything you say makes perfect sense?
Have you heard that bit? You know that bit in the Will.i.am song, Crazy Kids?
What?
You know, he goes, mumbler, bumbler, bumbler, mumble, bumbler, mumble, bumbler, bumbly. What do you think he's saying? You know what he's saying? Saying to me, Sam I am? He's saying, mumble, bumble, 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 mumble, bumbly. I say, right on, Will.i.am. I knows what you're saying. Crazy Kids. What was I saying?
I'd been parked next to some dude, and I can't remember what we talked about. Some of it was deep stuff. And I remember us getting up from the sofa. He pulled me up, and we went outside. Don't remember much after that. Except at one point, I was naked in the backyard. Fairly certain of that. There was this feeling of freedom.
Whoa! Look at the stars! There are stars! Let's do a dance for the stars! Come on, man! Let's worship the stars!
Yeah.
What?
And I can remember this fella stroking my skin and saying I was a trooper.
Kill me now. Please kill me.
It's 8:45, Sam. Take a shower.
None of my limbs work. My head is on upside down. My veins are filled with beer. I can't go to work. How did we get home last night?
Just get in the shower and you'll feel better. Coffee?
Oh, God, yes. I'll just... Yeah. Right.
What's that?
What?
There, on your...
Oh, I must have sat in something. Don't tell me it's dog crap.
No, keep still, Sam. Bend over a bit.
Has someone done something?
It's...
What is it? Has someone written something? What's it say?
That is good. That's
What are you on about?
clever. And funny.
What are you...
What did you do last night at the party?
I was out in the garden a lot with this dude.
Oh my,
Ma?
that was Banksy. You were with Banksy. You have a Banksy on your butt.
Don't be stupid. We were just screwing around with a marker pen.
This is incredible. It's satirical. Oh, it's satirizing. Ooh, it's...
Talk after shower.
No. No shower for Sam today. Put some clothes on. Come on, Sam. This way. That's good. Carefully.
I can't go to work like this.
You are not going to work. If this is a Banksy, it could be worth... Your ass could be worth a fortune.
If anyone tells you tattoos don't hurt, they are definitely lying. And when you have the mother of all hangovers, someone jabbing a needle into your backside is the last thing you need.
Have I told you how incredible this is?
Can we finish it later? I don't feel so hot.
One of a kind.
Could do with a waxing, though.
Hey,
Make sure he doesn't leave. I've got a phone call to make.
you must be like a bartender or an owl.
It's all right.
Like wise. Like people sit here and pour out their troubles and you have something wise to say. I can see it. You look like you give good advice.
We get a lot of this here.
What?
People like you.
Really?
Yeah. People pulling all-nighters, coming in on the way home, having one done.
Believe me, this is not my choice.
Can see who wears the pants.
I wear the pants.
Yeah?
Well, not at this precise moment, obviously, but, you know, in general, I am a pant-wearing kind of guy.
Sure.
She says it's subjectively subversive. What do you think?
Keep still. Okay, this part, is it supposed to be a bomb or egg?
I can't see from here.
Here, look, all the mirrors so you can...
Oh, my God. That's,
What is it, egg or bomb?
bomb? I can see a fuse.
It's weird.
Weird good or weird bad?
Ass tattoos are always weird. Sometimes something just simple like wide load, but once I drew Elmer Fudd on someone's cheek with a gun saying, "I know you're in there, Wabbit." We get all sorts. I drew the lyrics to a Beyonce song down the back of the legs of a dude we had in last week. Never written the word halo so many times in a row. There you go, finished.
Okay, we all set?
What?
Come on, we're going into town.
But I've just had minor surgery.
Is he free to leave? We've got an appointment. Come on.
Any advice? Please give me some wise counsel.
Don't pick any scabs.
Oh, incredible.
I said that.
And Banksy actually did the tattoo himself?
He just did the artwork, Jan, the line work. A guy in Silver Lake made it permanent.
Can you just... Yes. Oh, stretch. So, Tom can get a shot of it from here? That's it. Yeah, and there. And...
No touching, still raw.
Oh, right. Yeah. What was he like, Banksy?
To be honest...
We were sworn
What?
to secrecy. Banksy, you know, the secrecy thing, and it was part of the deal.
You both met him? Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have thought Banksy would go near a junior person from a small-time PR agency.
Banksy is full of surprises. I know you or the Pasadena Star News probably don't get a lot of stories like this, Jan. But as we're friends...
Ex-colleagues.
I thought who better to give the story to than my old pal Jan.
So, how did you...
We can't.
But...
No.
If... Surely. Can't talk about it. I understand. You must be close to him, though, Sam. With Banksy, you're the one he chose.
I couldn't really...
We're both incredibly close. As much as anybody can be. Banksy is like a shadow. Isn't that right, Sam?
More of a blur.
What Sam is trying to say is that his edges are indistinguishable. His art unpin-downable.
Why this particular piece of art?
Well, surely you can see the significance of it. Even a fool could...
Oh, yeah. The bit with the microwave is very powerful.
And funny.
And funny. What I meant was, why now?
Maybe you should be asking why now, and why here?
Right. Yeah, I get you. But...
What? You want me to take this to the San Gabriel Valley Tribune, Jen?
No, not at all.
I feel a bit faint. Can I put my pants on now?
Oh, you're suffering for your art.
It's not my art.
Banksy's Modest Muse. Great title for the article.
Drop me off at Quick and Chicken. At least I can try and not get sacked from one of my jobs.
I called Quick and Chicken and Lick and Chicken. Spoke to someone called Hassan and someone called Erica. Said you got a stomach virus, probably caught it there, and they both said take as much time off as you want.
They won't pay me if I'm sick. Oh, that hurts.
Try not to put pressure on your... Can you turn around?
What? I can. Just...
Sit on your front.
Can't do that.
Go on your knees. On the seat. There, turn...
It's not... Yes, okay.
Here.
Careful.
Wrap the seatbelt around the back of your legs.
Drive slowly.
Why did you... back there?
What?
You never met him, and I can't remember meeting him.
I might have met him. There was a British guy there, or at least a guy with a convincing accent.
Try not to break hard. My butt's hitting the glass.
She's just, well, you know...
Because you used to work together?
High and mighty. Jan's only moved on to the Pasadena Star-News. Swears she was working for the Washington Post.
But there was no need to lie, to make crap up. She's gonna write a story now.
That reminds me. Sign those.
What the...
On my purse?
I just want to get home, curl up on the sofa. What is this?
An exclusivity agreement.
What?
To handle the PR when the story comes out.
But it's just the Pasadena Star-News.
Do you want me to deal with this or some rando? Just sign.
I'm not signing anything. No one's gonna care about a tattoo on my ass.
And now, a fry cook is the unusual canvas for a new work by the artist Banksy. 26-year-old Sam Bobienski has been thrust into the limelight thanks to the
Banksy. Sam Bobienski. LA County, a new piece of work by the artist Banksy is really causing a stir. Anna Harris has the story. Anna?
Thank you, Hernan. In my opinion, this is an important piece of art. The choice of canvas is breathtaking.
家头涂鸦家 Banksy 所创作的这个神秘的地方，不是在这样。
The story of a living, breathing work of art that's more derriere than wallier. And this afternoon in Creston.
That must have been quite the culture shock.
Yeah, and things got crazier from there. Jan's article in the Pasadena Star-News was only the beginning.
Vox, I told you this was going to be huge.
Have you seen this?
I've been fielding calls from the world's media. My boss is Trey impressed.
Oh, now I'm on BuzzFeed. Never gonna live this down.
Vox had Rolling Stone on earlier, wanting to talk to you.
What do I say to Rolling Stone?
Nothing. It all has to come through me. Gives you even more mystery.
Oh, like Banksy? Look, Mal, the thing is, I'm kind of uncomfortable with the way this is heading, and...
Gotta take this.
Who is it?
The woman who's going to change your life.
If I were Sam, I wouldn't want my butt used as a canvas, but Molly is totally on board. Now, Marshall McLuhan famously wrote that the medium is the message. That is to say, the art on Sam's butt is art, sure, but we can't ignore that it's on a butt. What are the values of a butt? Maybe this is kind of what street art is about, putting art in outrageous places. Next up on Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape, part 2 of This Is Not a Banksy. Let's find out what's in store for our friend Sam. Who is the mysterious woman that's going to change his life? You'll find out next week, but as a little teaser, here's a clip from the next episode.
What do you think?
It's kind of pretentious.
It's an art gallery, Sam. Phyllis said you'll be well treated. Like royalty, she said. You'll be...
Put on show, a laughing stock.
A work of art. People don't laugh at works of art. No one will laugh.
Can I touch you? God.
What?
It's electric. Your buttocks are pulsing with electricity. We are going to do great things together, Sammy.
What?
Me and you, I can feel the electricity between us, the pulsing, breathing, living.
I love Molly.
This isn't about sex. I'm talking about something much more satisfying. We're going to make heaps of money together.
Glen Morgan knows about street art. He's a longtime producer and writer for The X-Files, and in an episode of the show's 10th season that came out last year, Home Again, Mulder and Scully chase down a monster whose roots are in street art. I talked to him about that episode and this show. Take a listen. Have you ever seen a Banksy? Like in life?
Only at the, let's see, at Mocha, down the Geffen, downtown LA. A few years ago, they had a street art exhibit with all of them. And they all came to LA and hit it. So,
what do you mean
I've
they hit it?
They put street art all over. You know, I think Banksy was here. Like, they just put street art everywhere, you know, other than in and around Mocha downtown.
Do you think Banksy is one person, or do you think Banksy's like an art collective?
I don't know. For myself, I'm sure it's a group of people, but for myself, it's like that. Yeah, I like the myth of the one guy. Mm-hmm. You know.
Isn't it weird that like all of his art is like satire about anti-capitalism, and now his works are worth millions of dollars?
I don't know if that's a fault of his, So, I mean, if you're manipulating it, in order to drive the costs up, then he's just a poser. But I don't think, it doesn't seem to me like he's doing that.
What's your exposure to street art? How did you come to underground art as like one of the themes of the X-Files episode Home Again?
I started looking around. I just, I live in Hancock Park, and like just a couple years ago, I spotted Space Invaders in an alley, like here on Larchmont. And so my kids and I are always my wife and I were in Paris, and, we're on the lookout for, Space Invaders stuff. And so, now I love his social commentary, and so that's what I needed in that episode was, an artist who was kind of, doing social commentary.
So I heard from Jeffrey that you got the inspiration for the Band-Aid Nose Man monster from a real-life encounter in LA's Skid Row. Is that true?
Close.
Okay.
Let's see. I was making a movie in Vancouver, 2002 or 3, a movie called Willard with Crispin Glover.
Oh, is that the rat one, right?
That's right. And my wife and I were going to see a hockey game downtown, and it was a playoff game. It was a big game, and there was just, hundreds and hundreds, if not a couple thousand people going in one direction towards the stadium. And in the middle of the street, which is a busy, almost a highway kind of thing, was this man facing the other direction from which everybody was heading. And he was tall. He was, well over 6'2" or so. And he just, he was appeared homeless, and he just had a 2,000-yard stare. It was just, he was just from some other place, and he had a coat like that, and he's under his nose was just what we did in the show. He had a thing under his nose, and there was just, my wife and I still debate what was coming out. She's like, that was his brains. And I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way. And we just debated what was coming, out of his nose. And he had the Band-Aid wrapped underneath his nostrils like that. And it was just, X-Files is over. But I said, man, if I ever had the X-Files, that thing really scared the hell out of me. And I told a couple friends about it, and they all made fun of me. And we called him the Band-Aid Nose Man. And we went to see the Jim Rose Circus. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They kind of an old-fashioned freak show where they juggle chainsaws, and they had done an X-File. We went to one of their shows, and when we came out of the club at the end, there was the Band-Aid Nose Man was standing there, just like standing there. And a friend of mine just grabbed my arm, going, God, they all thought I'd made it up, but he was around. And so Jeffrey was close.
What's your opinion of, I think I have an impression of what you think of the two sham artists that knock off Tim Armstrong's character.
Yeah.
But what were you getting at with, so in the episode there are two like charlatan street artists that rip off this real street artist, and then this thought form monster known as the Band-Aid Nose Man tears them limb from limb.
Right. Well, kind of what you were getting at, that here was this art that was down in areas that was sort of attempting to speak for those who have no voice, the homeless, and they were just ripping it off to make money. I think he has that line. Who knew you could make so much money off the homeless? And in researching the thing, how many entities are that way? It's pretty sick. So yeah, those two are just a comment on making money off art that you don't make, and a horrible situation that deserves better attention.
If you haven't already, subscribe now on iTunes, Stitcher, the Wondery app on Android, or wherever you listen to podcasts. You can find a link to subscribe to Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape and more information on the episode notes. Simply tap or swipe over the cover art. You will also see how to follow us on social media and some offers from our sponsors. We'd love to hear from you. Please complete a small survey at wondery.com/survey. Helps us figure out who you are and what you like about the show. And if you could, please rate and review us on iTunes. And be sure to tell your friends and show them how to subscribe. Remember, #tripod. This Is Not a Banksy is written by Alan Harris. U.S. adaptation by my friend Alex Nicholson. Sam was played by Matthew Wolfe. Molly was played by Janine Barris. Mario Lopez appeared as himself. Janet and the Chinese reporter were played by Stephanie Sheh. Phillida was played by Wondery's own Heather McDonald. Check out her podcast, Juicy Scoop. Phil and the tattoo artist were played by Andre Soliozzo. Eddie and Art Lover were played by Chris Hatfield. The Arts Desk reporter was played by Rosalind Ayres, and the BBC reporter was played by Martin Jarvis. Our director was Martin Jarvis for Jarvis and Ayres Productions. This Is Not a Banksy was recorded, designed, and mixed by Mark Holden for the Invisible Studios, West Hollywood. Thank you for listening to Secrets, Crimes, and Audiotape. The theme song for our series was composed by Mark Hadley. Our editor is Sergio Enriquez. Our executive producers are Jeffrey Glazer and Hernan Lopez for Wondery. Until next time, I'm your host, David Rheinstrom. What's your secret?